everybody, tuning into the Watchalongs show, where, wouldn't you believe it, we're still moving along with our own challenge. I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, what are we doing here today, and how you doing?
I'm doing good, and we are doing another week of Southeast um, Asian horror. So that is countries of Laos, Myanmar, uh, Singapore, and many others of that region, including Indonesia. Yeah, I'm enjoying my journey so far. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm happy that we're going to this region. Definitely, there's a lot of great movies we've watched over the last few years that fit into this region. So, let's check out some more. Uh, I'll do mine first. I think mine came out first chronologically. So I watched a movie that's been remade in English. So people are familiar with the Jessica Alba version, but I watched the original version of The Eye from 2002. The Pang Brothers. This is fine. I don't. I guess maybe like half of the movies that got remade in that spray. Like obviously, The Ring, Ringu was great. Then you got like Pulse. The original Pulse was great, but the remake was weird. And then One Missed Call was unnecessary on both sides, kind of approaching. And then The Eye feels like I don't know why they would remake this. It's totally fine. It's a violinist gets an eye transplant, and then it becomes The Sixth Sense for a minute. But then it's also kind of The Ring because they go to solve the mystery of it all too. But whatever, it's a 3-star movie. It does fine.
So she just got a dead eye.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I continued my journey with the Kodrat movies with Kodrat 2. Kodrat 3 is being made right now. It's also known as The Unholy 2. We continue with Vino G. Bastian, who plays Kodrat, and he is just on a journey now to rescue his wife, Aziza, and yeah, she goes through a lot of shit. Like all the intensity from the first movie is like definitely ramped up. They definitely got a better budget. I think the effects look better. The monster, you get a lot more views of the monsters in this, and they look good. Allah continues to be great. This is a super religious horror movie. Frankly, if it was like a Christian horror movie, I probably would check out of a lot of this a lot more, but it being foreign definitely, to me, definitely plays an advantage to it. And Vino G. Bastian just keeps being like very watchable as the main protagonist. So I like this movie not as much as the first one. I thought the first one's story was just a little better. So 3.5 for me still. Really enjoyed this one, and I'd watch the third one. So very interesting.
I gotta check these out.
Yeah.
Just in case you're wondering, we are talking about our Why We Love Horror Challenge, the third annual 2026 Why We Love Horror Challenge. You can pause, go to the QR code, see what we're watching there. On top of that, I have 100 movies to watch this year, and Aaron has 100 movies to watch this year. So we're actually both in the same year. We've both moved up to the year. We're in the 2016s right now. So, I don't know, Aaron, do you want to go first?
Yeah, no, I'll go first. And my movie, it's been on my list for a long time, and I thought I was going to like it a lot more than I did. The Love Witch, directed by Anna Biller, and starring Samantha Robinson. Samantha Robinson, I kind of, I think we talked about this when this movie came up. Kind of would expect her to have done more by this point.
That's what I said, yeah.
Because she's pretty amazing in this movie as Love Witch. She basically gets men to fall in love with her, and there's deadly consequences to it. And it's got this like 60s like weird vibe, like very like metatextual dialogue and thematics, and it looks great. The acting's good. Like the premise is interesting, but it just never fully clicked for me. And like it wasn't like I don't relate to this type of thing or anything like that. It just I think it wasn't as smart as I think it thought it might have been, and just didn't do it a lot with the material. So for me, it ended up being a disappointment. It was a 3. I wanted a lot more. I was expecting more.
I think just it's the fact that a movie that felt like that was kind of novel. I'm only slightly higher. I'm at a 3.5. Be right. I'm really shocked Samantha Robinson didn't show up in something bigger. Even like she does very well here. I don't understand. I'm going to have to explore that because that's my biggest mystery with this film. What happened?
Yeah.
What else did you watch?
I also watched Holidays, and this is certainly an anthology movie. Like I thought the funniest part of it to me Not really the fights, but I thought it was funny how they revealed the holidays after the movie. Like in the title card, I was just like, every single time you could tell within 13 seconds what the holiday was. Like it goes so heavy in the, like if you're like
this monster Easter bunny. I wonder what holiday we're celebrating.
Yeah, the Easter bunny was ridiculous. St. Patrick's Day was boring. Valentine's Day was creepy. Really, just like all over the place. Like you could tell the directors who ended up making it who didn't, based on these. So it's varying degrees of fineness. It's a 3-star movie. Honestly, it's kind of just what you think of with anthology horror.
I'm a little higher on this just because, like, when it hits pretty good. I'm at a 4, and I think the final 3. I mean, Kevin Smith's kind of mailing it, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Christmas and New Year's are both great. Probably the 2 best shorts in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then we'll go on to the movies I watched. First movie I watched, it's a Kiyoshi Kurosawa film I haven't seen. Creepy, which is like I'm not downing on it. I enjoyed Creepy a whole bunch, but it felt like Cure is Cure, right? And this is a movie where it's kind of the same beats as Cure, because then again, it's a police procedural. The bad guy has a certain way of operating, but the main character isn't a cop. He's like a semi-retired criminal profiler. So it feels like a really crisp carbon copy of Cure, just like with some pieces missing. So I'm just slightly lower, and I sound like I'm giving it a worse grade than I'm going to give it. But Cure was a 4.5, and this is a 4.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally brought up Cure in my review. I was like, this is just a notch below Cure, but it's still really good. Yeah. I love the performance by the neighbor. He's just great. And yeah, I also give him a 4.
Cool. And then the second movie I watched, as I take that down, I wound up watching a movie that I had seen this director's most recent movie, and I was like, oh shit, that name looks familiar. That movie sucked. The Bayou is horrible. But before that, back when he was home in Finland, he made a movie called Lake Bodom, and I kind of understand why he would give Coming Over Here a shot. I just don't understand what happened to his ability to make films. So Lake Bodom, though, is surprisingly tight. It's not really like a slasher movie because it's not a lot of kills in it, but it's definitely like a murder plot gone wrong, and it's very twisty, and it's based around like a real, I guess, serial killer that operates in a lake region in Finland. So I feel like Bodom was a huge surprise. So I am at 4 stars for this.
Yeah, no, I watched this for the Letterboxd challenge last year, and yeah, it's like a very good. I called it a smasher, because when it does, it gets really kind of kinetic with the violence and everything. And this was a Shudder original from the early days. Shudder has a bunch of these hidden bangers that they just don't reveal to anybody. I also gave it a 4.
All right, cool. That's all we watched this week. We'll be back next week with week number 4 of the Southeast Asia trip we're on. If you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group of Why We Live Horror. Check out those QR codes one more time. That is the Why We Live Horror Challenge. Those are my 100 phones, and those are Aaron's. So until next week, this has been the Watchalongs Show. I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. We'll see you then.